Hi Aries and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I am drawing energies for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus to see what you don't see coming this week. If this story doesn't resonate with you, then check one of the other videos for your other placements. If it does resonate, then let me know in the comments below, and if you're interested in one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box for my calendar links. And with that, Aries, let's just jump straight in and pull you some energies for this week, see what you don't see coming. Right, Aries, please. Can we get some cards for Aries? What does an Aries see coming this week? What does an Aries see coming? Aries, Aries. Oh, we've got the Six of Wands in reverse. Are we reversed though? No, we're not. So I'm setting that the right way up. Yay, Six of Wands, okay. And then we've got the Four of Swords, you're chilling, right? And then we've got the Four of Pentacles, right? So you're starting off feeling pretty good about yourself there, Aries. Six of Wands, fire card, fire energy, feeling yourself. The Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands. So many of you may have had a period of conflict and tension. You've come out of that now. You've come out on top. You're now going into a period of rest, alignment. Everything's going to kind of chill out. You're just going to let things play out as they need to be. You're feeling focused now, Aries. You wanted to center yourself and ground yourself. I see you doing that with the Four of Pentacles. What you want to watch out for, though, is that you're not holding on to something too tightly or something coming in, something you might miss because you're focusing on one thing and you're kind of letting everything else pass you by. And I don't mean that in a bad way, Aries. It's just if you look at the Four of Swords, in the window, there's people, there's things going on outside, and this figure here lying down, representing you there, Aries, is just like, I'm just going to let that happen. With this Four of Pentacles coming in, with the energy you're coming in with, I'm not too concerned about, but we will clarify further and get some more details on that and see if you're holding on to anything, any residual energies staying with you this week, Aries. Okay, can we clarify the Six of Wands, please? The Six of Wands. Six of Wands. Oh, we've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, right, great. Oh, the Three of Swords. I think that was that Five of Wands energy I was talking to you about previously. Six of Wands usually comes after a period of like turmoil. Some of you might have had like heartbreak or disappointment. I mean, that's going to be on a scale. So some of you could be devastating. Some of you, this could just be a mild inconvenience, right? On the Chariot, did some of you knowingly go into something knowing it wasn't going to end very well? It's either that or you've been determined to push through a heartbreak. You knew a heartbreak was coming for some reason, and not that you were excited about it, but it's almost like you were fueled by the pain of whatever happened into a victory. Or maybe you're showing me here that you've learned from past heartbreaks and mistakes, so this time you're actually coming out on top. Either way, it's definitely giving me blessing in disguise energy, Aries. Like I get the Four of Swords. Yeah, we've got Ten of Cups. You made it. You did it. High Priestess. You followed your heart. And the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you still got a little bit of overthinking going in there. So this is about you being trapped in your mind. But I think while you've been in there, Aries, trapped in your thoughts, at some point you actually got in touch with your intuition there with the High Priestess. Or at least you acknowledge that there's stuff going on underneath the surface that you might not be consciously aware about or aware of or working on. It's something to do with your happily ever after, though, or a completion of an emotional state. So the Ten of Cups, yeah, it is happily ever after, but it doesn't necessarily have to be happiness within a couple, even though a couple is pictured here with children and whatnot, the white picket fence idea, that sort of thing. Your Ten of Cups could just be you learning to live happily ever after with your cat, or just in the job that you want, that you have reached the pinnacle of whatever it is that you were pursuing, and that's what you were working towards. Some of you, it will be a relationship. It's going to be different for everybody. But it's like a completion of an emotional journey. It's the end of that emotional journey. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, as it were. Okay, can I get the Four of Pentacles? So this Four of Pentacles are giving me a little bit of worry there, Aries. I'm going to clarify even further, so don't worry about that, Aries. I don't know if this is you, is it someone else? Yeah, Knight of Swords. So you've stopped yourself. You wanted something you want to go after, but you stopped yourself. The Hermit. But the Hermit is, and we reversed again. We are this way. The Hermit and the Three of Wands. Yes. Yes, this makes sense. So you've been chilling, gathering yourself, Aries, but you're expanding. You're doing that because there's going to be a period of expansion come towards you, and it looks like it's coming in quite quickly. Your challenge, though, is that you're going to hang on. to something. Maybe it could be a bad habit, it could be a way of doing things, it could be a person. I'll clarify further to get some more details on that, but there is another energy moving towards you. It's subtle though, it's very subtle, and you're not going to see it come in. It's like the energy's there, you can see it, it's like you're almost expecting it, and it's there, but it's going to come in a way that you don't realise. If that's what I mean, it's a bit of a Trojan horse. So you might see an opportunity, I'm trying to describe this in the best way possible. You might see an opportunity and think, oh, no, that's not for me, I don't want to go for it. But actually, when you look at it further, or when it comes a bit closer towards you and you can get more details about it, turns out it could actually end up helping you achieve some kind of life goal or something, you know? It's going to kind of come out of left field. Could be a person, could be a place, could be a project. Let's see. Right, can I please clarify the Knight of Wands, please? The Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Who's that? What's that about? Knight of Wands, please. Yeah, look, Two of Pentacles. There's Ten of Cups again. And the Four of Swords again. This is like you recognising a need for change here, but the change to be slower than the rate that you were currently going at before. So I'm looking at Aries here that have been actually living life in the fast lane. You've been going after things quite quickly. And I'm not surprised, Aries, you are a fire sign. You're naturally going to do that. You're going to go in with 2 feet. But it stopped working for you in the past. Or maybe it did this time, but it cost you to do that. I'm almost seeing this for Three of Swords as almost like a sacrifice. So it's like, yeah, I can go after this thing. So for example, you've got a job or a new project that you're into, but you know you've got to put in like 30 hours this week extra because you want to reach a goal, but you want to reach the goal faster. But as a result of doing that, you're sacrificing sleep, you're sacrificing eating well, you're sacrificing spending time with loved ones. It's like very much blinkered energy. Do you know, like a horse with its blinkers on? Like you've gone, right, I want that thing over there and I won't stop until I get it, and I'm going at it full pelt and basically fuck anyone else who tries to get in my way. But as you do that and you do achieve this goal, you've gone, right, actually I shouldn't really be doing that again. That just almost wiped me out. But let's confirm that. Let's look at the Three of Swords. Look at the Three of Swords. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, that's about looking after yourself. Death, which is transformation, and yeah, the Three of Wands again. It's about changing your approach and how you do things. You don't have to accomplish everything as quickly as possible. You can take your time, and if you take your time around these things, Aries, you actually get time to look after yourself during the process as well. Instead of throwing everything, like, you know, the baby and the bathwater at it, you can just take time. You will reach the goal, and sure, you might reach it 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, a month later, 6 months later, but you wouldn't have almost, you know, wrecked yourself in the process. Can I get the Chariot, please? And now this could be to a relationship, it could be to a workplace, anything like that. Yeah, look, we've got the Knight of Swords. So not the Knight of Swords, sorry, King of Swords. King of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands again. Yeah, so yes, you're going at this thing with gusto, whatever it is, person, place, pet, plant. There are moments where you are stopping and thinking, yeah, maybe I need to slow this down. But you've been super focused and almost detached from everything else because you've been going after this goal. I'm not sure what it is. So it will be different for all of you. But that goal, you chasing that goal, has come at the expense of other things in your life. And you've gone, enough is enough. Like, yes, I might have a load of money in the bank, but I feel like shit. Or like, yes, I'm with a partner that I'm super into, but are they giving back to me? That sort of thing. It's about putting yourself first in this whole process. You're not here just do all this bidding, right? You're nobody's tool, Aries. You need to look after yourself. Okay, can we please clarify the Ten of Cups there, please? The Ten of Cups. We've got the Empress. Yeah, that's good. The Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. You're slowing right down, Aries, and the Ace of Wands, but you've not lost your fire. You show me here like, no, I'm still going after my goals. I'm just, the energy's gone smaller here. So we've gone from Knight of Wands to Page of Pentacles. So you're actually stopping, assessing, We're like, is this something that's going to be good for me? Is this actually, do I want to go for this? How much will this involve? And then you've got the Empress in strength here. Now, the Empress is about productivity, whereas the Emperor is more about authority. So this is very much about achieving. This is about reaching milestones. This is about reaping what you sow, but in a good way. Like, you want to sow seeds, but you want to make sure they are good seeds that are sustainable and last the test of time. That's where the Page of Pentacles comes in. That pentacle he's holding in the Page of Pentacles, that's the seed. But he's really inspecting it first before he plants it and puts it in the ground. Okay, can I get the High Priestess there, please? A High Priestess for Aries, a High Priestess. The Tower, ooh, right in the heart of the spread. We've got a Tower moment, Three of Swords again. And we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So it's not going to be comfortable you doing this, and for some of you it may require a whole new perspective on the way you even conduct your life down to your day-to-day routines. It's a wake-up call. I don't know if something has happened. I imagine something has happened in your life where it's like, I'm just getting like almost complete burnout energy here. Now your Knight of Wands is being reversed and slowing down. And I think what happens when we do that as well at Aries, it gives you a little bit more time to think and reflect. And that's possibly why, not just you Aries, but probably everybody, anyone who does this, who rushes into things, is that you don't have to think too much. You don't have to, if you think too much, you might end up catastrophizing or talking yourself out of it, or, you know, causing headaches for yourself. And I think a little bit of that happens, but it happens in a way that's kind of needed. Like, you needed a release. You needed to look at these things that you're doing. Not to say you're doing anything bad, Aries, but look at maybe the rate of you're working at. And you come to a realization that it's not probably worth all the effort that you're putting in. And that gives you a huge Tower moment. But the Tower here, connected to the High Priestess, it's something that needed to be revealed in yourself and that needed to happen. And then it's actually from there you go and reach 10 of Cups. So I'm not too worried about that. It doesn't look like it's a comfortable experience, Aries, by any means, but it's serving a purpose. It's not pain for no reason. It's to highlight something within you that it needs to change. Right, can I please get some more info on the Eight of Swords there? The Eight of Swords at the bottom. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, Five of Cups. You're regretting something. Something's upsetting you. We've got the Knave of Swords. You're getting a little bit defensive now, Aries. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, so some of you have been attracting in certain energies towards you. Some of them have been great. Some of them not so nice. Some of them have been... well, put it this way, I don't know what they did, I don't know what happened, but there's a slight grief here that you're holding on to. It's probably, at first then, explains why you were going at things with so much energy and so directly. Probably it's been a nice distraction from maybe a heartache or a heartbreak or something. It's still down there, still lingering down there. But you're now being careful of what it is you're attracting to your life going forwards, because you don't want to, whatever went on in the past there, you don't want to attract more of that. So you've actually got like one eye open for any other energies that may be similar to what you experienced in the past, as not to invite them in and not to go forward with them. Good. Okay, right. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords here. So I'm moving. These cards are moving all over the place today, Aries, and we're right up here. Hang on a minute. Can you see us? That's a bit better, isn't it? Okay. All right, can I please clarify the Knight of Swords? Oh, you know what? We didn't give this a big shuffle, did we? Make sure the deck's the right way around as well, Aries. Okay, right. Can I please get the Knight of Swords for Aries, please? The Knight of Swords. Oh, that one wanted to come out. Yep, the Maiden of Water. So that's the Page of Cups. You've got all the pages on the table, I think. We've got Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Page of Cups. We're missing the Page of Wands. We'll see if he turns up. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. So you are opening up your heart towards something that you do want to rush into. But again, you are reminding yourself that you need self-care in this process as well. Because you've got Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords. Nine of Earth in the middle, which is the Nine of Pentacles, self-care. Let's do the Maiden of Water, the Page of Cups. This is about loving yourself, Aries, and I think some of you have struggled with that because you're showing me your self-love has been a very, very small energy. So if you don't have lots of massive energies on the table anyway, you did hear in the past that the biggest is the Knight of Wands, and you've got the Queen of Wands, both fiery cards, so I'm not surprised to see those there. But when it comes to Cups energy, other than this 10 of Cups, which is actually in your hopes, dreams and wish fulfillment, when it comes to yourself and projecting love towards yourself, Aries, it's a little tiny Page of Cups, but you're learning. But it's also something you also kind of want to run away from as well. It's not easy to love yourself. It's really not. You're worth it. You're worth it. Every little bit of that self-love, Aries, but I'll stand that for everybody. It's something that is hard to get used to when you haven't loved yourself in a while. So, yeah, you slowly open up to that. You slowly open up to that. Okay, can I get the Hermit, please? For some reason I'm getting a vibe off of this Hermit. What's going on with the Hermit? Oh, we've got the Circle. Oh my God, that's the Magician. I'm the Hermit. Jeez. The Four of Swords. Oh, wow. And the Five of Cups. Okay. Right. Then yes. Yes, Aries. Now, I'll explain what I mean by just randomly saying yes at you, Aries. This has been a huge, huge lesson for you, Aries. And you've taken every single one of those lessons and you are, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say imploring them. That's not the right word. You're actually doing the work. The self-work, the self-love. You're just trying to stay in alignment. It's like you're trusting, like if I stay in alignment, then my heart will open more and self-love will come easier. And then once you do that, you then start attracting love in from other people. But it's a love that aligns with you, not what you had here in the past. That you are now kind of guarded against, that you actually ran away from, right? And when I say run away, it doesn't mean like, I don't think you were the one to end it or anything like that. Some of you, maybe you did. But once the relationship was over, regardless of who ended it, you were like, right, I need to move on as fast as possible. You stuck your head into work or something else like that, a project, something like that. And then that's when you kind of started to burn out. You learned here though. So you are trying to make something happen at the moment, but you realise your manifestations are coming from within. In order to be with it from within, you're remaining aligned here, but you're still acknowledging that there's a sadness that you need to work through, but that sadness is actually your strength at this time. Good. Okay, can I get the Three of Wands there, please? Three of Wands. Whoop, that one wanted to come out. Okay, what is that? Five of Pentacles. Justice in reverse. And no, sorry, Temperance, sorry, in reverse, and the God, which is like the Emperor. Right. Now, some of you are not careful, their old habits are going to start slipping back. So you're going to start feeling really, really good about yourself, which is great. We want that. But your manifestations will come from a skewed place, so long as you're holding on from hurt for the past. That's a Five of Pentacles. Looking back on, sorry, yeah, the Five of Pentacles. So that's loss. Looking at the past, missing the point, focusing just head down on the material, neglecting your spiritual, neglecting your self-love, neglecting your intuition, intuitive thinking, and your connectedness to others, to the earth. That will start affecting your manifesting. It's like you're going to try and rush, but you just need a bit more time, Aries, unfortunately. I know, we get sick of healing. We want to be healed and just move on with our lives and get what we want. Yeah, and I'm with you on that one. I get it. But it's something, self-care isn't something that you do for a week and then you're self-cared for and healed. It's an ongoing practice. So some of you are now going to struggle with how to incorporate that practice long term. And make sure you do, Aries, because you are still at risk of slipping into old habits where you will just run yourself into the ground. And there'll be nothing left of you, Aries, for yourself, for anyone else. So whether or not this is a partnership you're running after, a job opportunity you're running after, a new way of living entirely you're running after, it's not going to be sustainable unless whatever it is you're doing is sustainable. So your day-to-day routine is sustainable. Your mental health is sustainable. It's just showing me risk of burnout coming out ahead. So just be mindful of that, please, Aries. Right, can I please get some universal advice for Aries? Some universal advice. Universal advice for Aries, please. Universal advice. Universal advice. The Six of Vessels reunion, that one. So I don't know, maybe something's coming in. Oh my goodness, Pole Star.
and the 10 of arrows. Now the 10 of arrows here, which is traditionally the 10 of swords, is like an ending, but in the Wildwood deck, the 10 of arrows is about learning from your mistakes. So it's instruction, I believe, instruction. And what we've been saying throughout this, oh sorry Aries, what we've been saying throughout this whole reading, Aries, your past pain is giving you instructions on how to have a better future. And it's about you employing that and doing that day-to-day work. So this comes down to the minute day-to-day tasks, but it actually is spiritually supported and will affect your overall life path by just making these small changes that you make sure they are sustainable. But you are already on the path for moving into calmer waters with the 6 of vessels, so moving away from chaotic energies that are just draining you. You are moving into calm, open waters that are full of love and good feelings and health and wealth and happiness. With them 10 of cups you've got there, and the pole star, which actually has the fool in there as well. You're on the path, you're on the right way, just keep going, just keep going. But just remember, Aries, those past hurts are there to teach you. And you are learning. You're a very good learner, Aries. I'm glad to see that. Just be careful not to slip into any old patterns. Really easily done. Just keep on top of yourself the next couple of weeks. To be honest, with the Knight of Swords being there, it's probably someone comes in with some kind of offer that could easily derail you into old habits. No, don't take the bait, Aries, don't take the bait. That's what happens when the universe challenges us to change. It isn't just like, oh, okay, Aries has changed now and the universe just leaves you alone. It will send in little tests to ensure that you are really changed, you are really healing, you are ready to move on, you're ready to take on more responsibilities, you're ready to take on more abundance, because that's so overrated. People pray and pray for abundance. They might not be emotionally ready for that abundance to manage it properly. I mean, if you're in a bad place, I mean, what's it? The worst thing you could give to a drug addict or an alcoholic, I'm not saying you're one of those, it's just an example, because I used to work in a drug and alcohol clinic, so I know this. The word they tell us, the worst thing you could do is for one of them to like win a lottery or get a windfall of money, because they're not in a place to handle it. The money will just vanish on things that are not good for them. But as we get better and we progress, we take on more responsibilities for ourselves, for the people around us, for our communities. Spirit recognizes that and will give you more and more abundance because it knows you can handle the abundance coming in. That you're going to use the abundance to your advantage, not just waste it away. That's what happens every day to thousands of people around the world, right? Let's make sure you're in a good place first. Right, Aries, I'm going to leave that reading there for you. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Zen Den. Lovely to have you hang out with me as usual. If this reading resonated with you, then let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box for the Calendly links. And with that, Aries, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care.